Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So on this video I basically want to break down the new ScoutX software that Inventory Lab came out with a few months ago. And so we're going to break down the basics, some of the features that it has, some features that it may lack, and just my final thoughts on the actual software alone, whether it's worth it or not, and everything else in between as always. Alright, so without further ado, also don't forget to smash that like button and drop a comment down below for your boy. Get those reviews up and whatnot. That's all I ever ask for. But aside from that, let's get straight into it. So right here, we're already on ScoutX. Now, one of the first issues that I don't like, but it sounds reasonable, I guess, since it is integrated with Inventory Labs, is the fact that you basically have to log in into Inventory Labs in the morning or before you're using ScoutX, at least just one time, and then that way you're allowed to use the actual software. So that part is a little sucky, but it's nothing, deal breaking or whatever. Now, at a glance, we can see the four little pillars right here. All these pillars you can change, move around in the settings tab right here. So, all that you can mess with the features, show what you don't want to see, what you do want to see, and so much more. Alright, so without further ado, let's break each one down. So right here we have the buy box price, buy box eligible, how many offers can, be eligible for that. The lowest MFN price, lowest FBA price. Amazon isn't on this listing, but if it was, it would show that as well. Now down here, we got the rank of the product. This product is ranked 72, top 1% out of 3 million, plus. 30-day average, 90-day average rank, 180-day average. You can click these little arrows, and it'll break down much more for you as well. Over here, we got the graphs, keeper graphs. Now, when it comes to keeper graphs on these softwares like ScoutX and SellerAmp, I personally do not like using them because I'd rather much just look at the bigger one, the actual keeper software. But that's just me personally. I believe it's more useful than these two combined. Offers tab, it'll show you all that info. And then the reviews. So you can see the top ratings, how many reviews this product has had, and so much more. So all to all, not too bad. Basically kind of similar to SellerAmp. So let's continue on. Over here we got the FBA fees, your list price that you want to list it, your buy cost. We're doing merchant fulfill on the left side, FBA on the right side. So simple calculator. Now one thing I did like about this one over any of the other software, which kind of sucks now since Amazon just destroyed this program, was the small and light tab. When you're doing a lot of small and light products, you definitely want that up front right there. Versus using something like SellerAmp where you have to scroll down or you have to click on a different button to pull it up. Because when you're sourcing products, you want as much information that you actually need up front on the page, and that's what I like so far about ScoutX, is that it gives me everything I need to know up front without having me, go from page to scrolling down or just anything like that. And that's kind of why I don't really like SellerAmp, to be honest. But again, that's just personal preference, nothing too shabby like that. So anyways, when we scroll down, we got the parent ASIN, and we got the actual ASIN. So if you just click it, you can copy and paste it for whatever you need it done for. So that's pretty cool. The dimensions of the product, the weight of the product, the UPC number if it has it, and the size tier. This one is large standard. It will tell you if it's small oversized or anything else like that. Alright. Now, at the top, they did implement the same feature that SellerAmp has, which is the Google Sheets integration, which is a huge plus because I know that was one of SellerAmp's most popular features with their software. So the fact that ScoutX took that and copied it is, it's crazy, right? It's pretty cool, and it's definitely competitive now for sure. But that definitely will help you guys. And when you're sourcing products and you want to just click a button and add it. And to do that, you would just go down here on Add Item when you create your Google Sheets. I'm not going to do it because it's going to show my personal stuff, but you'll click that, pick the Google Sheet you want to add a note for that product, and it'll be safe. So nothing too shabby. Now again, this gear tab, you can mess with the settings like I mentioned previously earlier in the video. Like I said, you can show what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and everything else. Now at the bottom, this got some four little tabs that I'll go over real quick. So this one is a camel software, which is very, very old. Like, I don't even think anybody uses this software like that anymore. I've never used it, but I've seen it before when I started my journey, and it was something that was a bit talked about, but not as much these days. This Google tab, so this is where it'll take you straight to Google to look for the product that you're, looking on Amazon, similar to SellerAmp. Now, I will say this, it does not have the feature to storefront stock other sellers as convenient like SellerAmp does. Okay, so I know that's going to be a huge bummer for a bunch of sellers, so you'll probably stick to SellerAmp anyways, but that is one of the features it does not come with. That's the eBay tab. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't even use it, so I'm not even gonna bother. And then since this product is a variation, it does come with a variations tab that you can just click, and you can literally scroll through the different products, going through their UPC numbers, their rank, reviews, and so much more. So just make sure you set it up how you want it. You know, if you want it by rank going up, down, by ASIN, all that good stuff. So it does make it much easier to basically go through your products one by one without having to scroll all the way down, like you would do when you're doing keepo and whatnot. So all in all, that's basically the simplicities of this software. Nothing too bad. Now let's break down some final thoughts on this software versus other softwares in the marketplace. So like I said before, this software is still fairly new. It's been out for a few months, but you know it hasn't been in the game for much long, just because you know it just came out. So with that being said, it does still lack some features that other software do have that you know make some of those softwares a bit better. So like I mentioned earlier, this does not have the ability to storefront stock much faster like SellerAmp does at the moment. Another feature that it does not have that I'm pretty sure some of you may have noticed by now is that it does not have an estimated sales graph or whatever. SellerAmp, you can see right here, this product shows 28,000 per month, but it is a variation, so you know keep that in mind. ScoutX does not have a feature like that just yet. And with that being said, for a lot of sellers, that's definitely a big you know make or break even with their software. So most people will probably stick to SellerAmp. It's nothing too bad for me personally because estimated sales are just that, estimated sales anyways. And so to me, it's nothing too biggy, but I know to some people it is. But aside from those two features, you know, as far as being competitive and whatnot, I believe ScoutX is catching up, and honestly, with time, they probably will improvise. They'll adapt. They'll upgrade their software, and who knows, they may be just on par with SellerAmp as being one of the dominant softwares out here for you know sourcing with Amazon. Like I mean, because LLM does have a ton of other features as well. But if I'm being honest, a lot of it is just too much information, I believe, in my opinion. Because really, when you, at the end of the day, you really just need some simplicity data. I mean, there's only so much you can control on your end, regardless, no matter how much data you have. So really, it doesn't mean too much to me, okay? To me. But yeah, I mean, like I said, at a glance, it's definitely simple. It's basic. It's pretty good. It's better than most software in the marketplace. I believe another software that can compete with these two is A to Z Insight or something like that, or Amazon Insight, something like that. So yeah. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, I will say this though: if you don't need as many features that SellerAmp does, like me, I don't do no storefront stocking, so I'm not worried about that feature from SellerAmp that I don't need. Keep in mind, ScoutX does come basically free with inventory lab. So if there's features you really don't need from other ones that you can do on ScoutX, then it only makes sense to really just start using ScoutX that comes with your subscription and not having to pay extra money for other softwares that you probably really don't even need, honestly, at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it just comes down to convenience, and yeah, so it just comes down to personal preference. But like I said, this video is definitely for you guys to make your own decision, going based off what some of the actual facts are on here, and without me, you know, shooting you guys biased opinions, right? Because I'm not getting paid from any of these softwares whatsoever, so I'm just here giving you guys the straight facts on what I think they are, how they are, and what they do, and just all that. But yeah. But aside from that, guys, that is it for this video. If I missed anything, let me know down there in the comment section below. As always, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you want to be notified of more videos like this. And as always, guys, peace and on to the next one.